Stop doing this if you are manually typing the same information into the web forms over and over again. You are wasting hours of your life. Let's Python do it for you in seconds. So hey everyone, Umair here. Today I am going to show you the absolute fastest, easiest way to use Python and Selenium to automate filling out web forms, and the best part, we are using a specific library that handles all the nasty setup for us. No downloading Chrome drivers, no path errors, it just works. So let's just dive right in. So first we need the setup. So open your terminal and type this line: pip install Selenium and Webdriver Manager. So I already installed this setup. If you have not installed Selenium on your system and Webdriver Manager, please install it on your system, because do not skip this part. That's the secret sauce that we are going to use that makes things easy. Alright, so now let's take a look at our script. Let's close this window. First we need to import our tools. So first I'm going to import time. So basically we are going to just use this library to create some delay when the form or the URL will be loading. And now here is the best libraries that use. Import WebDrivers. Alright, so basically this WebDriver is our robot. Alright, so first I am going to import all the libraries, then I will explain their functionality. We need to import Selenium dot WebDriver that we have already imported above, and then common dot by, and then I can import this by, and then I'm going to use the same method for the service Selenium dot WebDriver dot com. I need to use the Chrome dot service import service, and at last from WebDriver I need to use this Webdriver Manager dot Chrome. I am going to import Chrome Driver Manager. So guys, let's take a look at our imports. So the first we have the WebDriver, which is our robot. Basically it controls the browser, and here the by library, it is the eyes of our robot. Basically it helps us to find the specific buttons and boxes in the form. And the Chrome Driver Manager, this is the MVP. It automatically downloads the correct driver of your Chrome version, so you don't have to. Alright, so basically it is our magic part that we make the setup of the Selenium more easy. You don't have to download the driver for your specific Chrome version. Now let's move further. So the first thing we need to do is we need to create a setup. So let's save it. So the first so basically the first message that we want it to print, that we are starting browser. Alright, and then we are going to create a variable called service, and in this variable I am going to use this library that we have imported, the service, and then I'm going to use this Chrome Driver Manager. Alright, so I am calling it as a function, and then I want it to install the driver for specifically to my Chrome version that I am using. So I am going to call this install. So basically what this line is doing is, basically instead of downloading a file and setting up a path manually, what we have done, we have created this line that checks the Chrome version and then downloads the matching driver in the background. Alright, it just works. The second line is that we are going to create a variable called driver, and in this driver variable we are going to write this WebDriver dot Chrome, and in this Chrome we are going to set service is equals to service. Basically what this line is doing, basically this line is just opening the black canvas for us, or basically it will open the browser. So let's see if it is working fine till now or not. No, now you can see that it is working fine. So these SSL errors, you can ignore them for now. Basically these are not related to the work that we are doing right now. So let's move forward, guys. Now we need to define our URL. So the URL that I showed earlier in this video, here is this URL. After defining this URL, we are going to print a message. So I can write that navigating to this URL. Alright, so I want from now on I want to put it into this try block, because this will be the professional method that I should use exceptions. So if anything goes wrong, then I will be putting it to int exception handling. So I will define the exception at last. So for now we are using this try block for most of our code. So after this I'm using this driver variable that we have used this earlier, and then I'm going to assign my URL variable to it. So guys, basically what this driver.get method is doing here, this tells our bot to travel to this specific URL we are using as a demo forum, so you can practice without breaking anything. Alright, after this we need a method to basically fill. I'm using this as a comment to fill. So basically what we are doing here, we identify the boxes and we are going to insert our values to it. Now what we are going to do, basically we are going to create a variable called textbox, and in this textbox variable I'm going to use this driver.find method, find element. So by which means we are going to find elements. So as I discussed earlier that the eyes of our robot are by, so I'm going to use this by dot name. Alright, so we are going to identify boxes by the name. So what would be the name of our box? So the name of our box would be here is my text. So basically what is this line is doing, basically this is the most critical part. We tell Python to look at the HTML and find the box where the name is my text. Alright, once it finds it, we store it in a variable called textbox. Let's move towards the second line. Now basically we use this variable to send keys. So basically I will tell you in a moment what this send keys method will do. Automated Python input. So basically this send underscore keys method, this command is basically like a ghost keyboard. Alright, whatever we send into this function inside the parenthesis will be typed into the browser instantly. After that we will print a message to let the user know that we have filled text input. Now guys, we are going to do the same for other input fields like password and text box, other text box. Alright, so first we are going to do it for password. To do it, I am going to create a variable called password box, and in this variable I am going to do this same method, driver.find elements. Alright, so I am going to find it by same method by dot name, and the name will be my password, and then I'm going to use this password box variable to send the input. Alright, so basically we are typing into this password, so whatever the password we are going to write inside the parenthesis of this send keys will be typed at the form password. Alright, so I can write that secret password 123. Alright, you can type it whatever you want. After typing this password, I am going to print a message that I can say that filled password. Alright, so let's save it. Now there is a text area in our form. To fill it, I am again going to use a variable called text area, and then I am going to use this driver dot find element, and I am going to use this by method to see by dot name. Alright, so the name will be my password, my text. Here we are going to find it by my text area. Alright, so we are going to find it by my dash text area. So after finding it, I am going to doing the same of writing this variable and then use this send keys method to fill the basically my message. So I can say that my comment will be welcome to my channel. So after that I can print a message to let the user know that I have filled the text area. Alright, we have filled the data, we have filled all the boxes, but we need to send it. To send these data into a form, we need to click the submit button. Alright, to click the submit button, first we need to find this submit button. So to find it, I am going to create a variable first, submit button. Alright, so in this variable basically I'm going to do this same. I'm using this driver to find elements. Alright, so as we see, we need to use our eyes by dot. So here is the thing, I'm using by dot css selector, and the value will be here button. So why we did not use the why we use this css selector? Basically sometimes elements do not have a nice name or id, just like the above methods we use. So here we use by dot css selector to just grab the generic button, basically the tag in the html. It's great backup strategy basically to trace this button. Alright, after finding this submit button, I can just basically submit button dot click. Alright, so after finding it, we just click it by using this click method, and then I can print also a message saying that click submit. So after clicking it, I wanted to add a time because some forms take time to load. So here we are going to use this time in library that we have imported. So I can just write the comment wait here, and then I'm going to use this time dot sleep. So I'm just waiting for this 3 millisecond, and then I'm going to print this message form submitted successfully. Now guys, here come the exception. Try and accept basically work as a pair. So if there is any error in the script or in the loading of the URL, so I am using this except as So basically except I can use it as an exception as E. Alright, so if any error occurs during the execution of this script, so I can print this message F and I can show the error just as an error occurred, and I can show this error as E. Now basically I am going to use this finally block. So in this finally block I am going to just driver dot quit method. Alright, and I am going to print a message that browser closed. Alright, so first of all let's run this thing, see if it is working as we are expecting it to be, or there are some errors. So we can see that the message has appeared that it is starting a browser. So as I said before, say that an error occurred. Object is not callable, WebDriver. So good that I basically use this exception, so I know that what is the error here. Yeah guys, I identified this error. Basically here we need to use this .get method. It is unable to navigate to this URL. That is why this error has occurred. Alright, so let's run this again to see if it is working as we are expecting it to be. Now it has navigated, and it now for the speed of light the form has been submitted. Browser has been closed. So guys, before you go, look at this structure. I wrapped everything in try and final block so that I was able to quickly identify the error that has occurred in my script. And yes, I also forgot to describe this quit method. So basically what this method is doing, so if our script crashes halfway through, the browser usually stays open, eating up our RAM. Alright, so this block guarantees that no matter what happens, the browser closes cleanly. So to quit the browser cleanly, we use this line. Alright, so just like this, you can take this exact script and apply it to almost any web form. Just inspect the form, find the unique names or IDs of the boxes and tell Python what the name is, and just type the name here and it will basically find the box. You can find the name of the box using this inspect section. Alright, once you inspect, you can see that my text is here is my text, and ID is also available. So basically you can find the exact ID of the box by using this inspection. So guys, basically the code is in the description below. Copy it and run it and let me know in the comments what you are going to automate with this. If this saved you time, smash that like button and subscribe for more practical automation scripts. Thanks for watching.